Everybody, and welcome to the Grim Report. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is about banshees. I told you a couple weeks ago I would get information. I was waiting on it. I got it a couple weeks ago. I just wanted to clean it up, make sure everything was alright. Well, here's some information about sightings about banshees. You guys probably heard about the part of Dolan Wall called the East Wall. It's located down by Port. And if nothing else, you will have passed through to visit it, the Point Depot or O2, or the O2, as is now called during the Celtic Tiger years. Regular readers of the Property of Supplements would marvel at the area as it is was a consistent source of success stories. House prices soared, development land was amongst the most expensive in the country, and shiny high-rise buildings rose up from all around. No patch of land was considered too small, guys. To the building property development managers who cast their greedy gaze in eastern direction. Circular buildings, traditional industries, and much-loved local landmarks all fell in the conquering army of the property market and overpriced apartments and hotels. Official buildings rose phoenix like the rubble in their place. Despite the prosperity and scramble for the land, there was one spot in the east wall that remained untouched. And exiled, excited no interest, let alone a bidding war, while far lesser properties were snapped up at ridiculous inflated prices. The strategically placed site was never placed in the market, and more intently, nobody ever tried to chase down the owners to make the offer of a lifetime that was common currency in those days. The house stands at the junction of Seaview Avenue and Church Road, the community's main thoroughfare. It stands as a unique, not just because it is unaffected by the world change around it, but by its very appearance as one of the older houses in the area, particularly in antique, basically, made more unusual by the modifications and additions made it in the near days, as the side of the house windows have been completely bricked up. As the small doors there in front, the house securely tighter than a heavy iron gate. From the street leads cage tunnels and short across the small front garden, up the 7 steps and another cage door, which is mainly many-locked hall door with locks on the gate, and the door looks just as if a section of a prison was lifted away, and attached to the front of the old house. But it was not always like this. It's once beautiful, with abundant flower garden, and the source of much adornment, not a little jealousy, in the East Wall at that time. So, what happened? Why did it change? Explain the history that will hear the most recent appearance of Banshee within Dublin City, and discover how now deserted house and the sitter to the chilling tale. These events occurred on the 31st of May, 70 years ago. It was Alson Report in London newspaper. You follow Following the story, this man's material grandmother heard the following tradition from her mother. When the Miss Ross Lewis had witnessed the occurrence, their father, Mr. Harris Ross Lewin, was away in Dublin on law business, and in his absence, since the young man, people went off to spend the evening in with a friend who lived some miles away. The night was fine, and the light some, as they were returning, save one point where the road ran between the trees or high hedges, not far from the west of the church of Kilscris. The latter, like many similar ruins, was a simple oblong building with alongside walls, high gables, at that time it and is graveyard enclosed, and lay in the open fields. As the party passed down the long dark lane, I suddenly heard a distant loud near keying and clapping of hands, as the country people were accustomed to do when laminating the dead. Ross Lewis hurried on and came to the side of a church, on the side of the wall of which a little gray-haired woman, clad in dark cloak, was running to and fro, chanting and wailing, throwing her arms up in the air. Girls were very frightened, but the young man ran forward, surrounded by the ruins, and the two of them went into the church, apparition vanishing from the wall. As they did so, they searched every nook and cranny, and found no one, nor did anyone pass out. All were now well scared, and got home as fast as possible. On reaching their home, their mother opened the door and at once told them she was in terror about their father, for as she sat looking the window in the moonlight, a huge raven with fiery eyes lit the sill and tapped three times in glass. They told her their story, which only added to the anxiety, and as they stood talking, taps came by the window. A few days later, news reached them that Mr. Ross Lewis had died suddenly in Dublin. This occurred about 1776. I have a friend of mine who got me a little bit more information. Yes, please. And now, as far as we know, if any of you know about banshees, their wailing is heard just before someone you know dies. And, well, as you know, banshees are a sign of death. But this is a true account. Banshees aren't supposed to be real, are they? Or are they? This is from the University magazine in London. This is dated in September. Tales of the Legends of the Queen County Pastory. As existing of the Banshee, there are very few, however, remotely acquainted with the Irish life or Irish history, but have heard or read of the Irish Banshee. Still, as there are different stories and different opinions afloat respecting this strange being, I think a little explanations concerning her appearance, function, and habits will not be unacceptable to my readers, this man says. The Banshee then is said to be an immaterial and immortal being attached time out of mind in various respectable and ancient families in Ireland, and it is said always to appear to announce by the cries of illumination the death of any member of that family to which she belongs. She always comes at night, a short time previous to the death of the fated one, and takes her stand outside the covenant to the house, and utters the most plaintive cries and elimination generally in some unknown language and in tone of voice resembling a human female. She continues her visits night after night, unless fixed or annoyed, until the mourned object dies. And sometimes she is said to continue about the home. My. Continued about the home. I'm guessing even after the poor man has died. So, ladies and gentlemen, if University of Dublin is willing to admit that Banshees are real, who are we to say different? To recap, the Banshee's most previous sighting was in 1776. Sometime before then as well. I'm pretty sure they see them less often now. There's a decline from what I am to read, if I'm to understand correctly from what I've read here currently. There's a decline in seeing Banshees. Now, why that is, we don't know. Are they hidden more often, or are they just deciding not to come out? And now to recap. Again, one of the earliest sightings was in 1776. The earliest. Newest sightings. In Dublin city itself. And from what this man's researched, it is only a she, it is only a female. And he has either seen it or he has heard about it. Now, I didn't do this research on my own. I literally needed help. And I wanted this person to help me. Her name's LaKayla. She works for Vault and DW as her librarian. And now I'm hoping
here soon, I'll be able to do a live interview with her. Now, I've already sent her the questions. I'm just waiting for her to okay this and hopefully get a start on this interview. I want to interview a few other people as well, but I want to see how this one goes first and how it goes with my audience. These will be intelligent questions. These won't be, I've already gotten, I think, 12 or 13 for her, written out for her, that I'm letting her go through. I don't want to do anything personal, bring out any personal issues or anything like this. This will be strictly an interview. Yes, I will be asking her certain questions that are about her job, about such things like that. But I will not ask her any stupid questions. And now, I will, for my next one, if this goes well, if it gets good reviews and it gets a lot of views, I will be trying to get someone else in here and interview him or her and get them into this interview. And eventually, yes, I will be calling you people my family. I call you my family. You're not just viewers, you're family. I'll be eventually calling you, well, not calling on you, trying to rephrase here, and getting questions from you to ask this person. But that is if this LaKayla one goes well. I want to start doing this because, as you know, I report on the paranormal news, and the people I will be talking to are in the paranormal field. There are people that I know and care about deeply, just like LaKayla. They are friends of mine. They have brought me into this family. They call it the Dark Waters family. Because Dark Waters, yes, Dark Waters DW, we call him, some of us call him DW, some people call him, or are able to call him by other names that are appropriate, not inappropriate. But, yes, I know this is going on long enough, but like I said, I recapped. I want to know your opinion on what you think about the Banshee, and let me know what, if anything, if you've seen this cryptid or another cryptid, let me know. Tell me your story. I'm not going to do a DW. I'm not going to do what he does. I'm not a horror narrator. I give out the news. I will do it like I do this. I'll give you I will put this on whatever your sighting is about. I will do a grim report on it, but I will not do it if it's a lie or if it's stupid. I won't do it. If it's a lie, then I'm not going to do it. I want the full truth. Okay? It could be on any of the cryptids that I've covered so far. I've done Black Dog Man. I'm tired of doing the Dog Man thing, to be honest. I've done werewolves. Here coming up soon, I've done trolls. And yes, that whole Ghost Adventure thing, no, that won't be a one-time thing. I will be doing more investigations. I will be looking into other things, other TV shows. If you have one that you want me to look into that you think is fake, let me know. That will be a wholly, completely different subject, different area, I'm going to call it. Are they fake? That will be called what it is. It will be called Are They Fake, not a Grim Report. But I will be making the Grim Report every week. That won't stop. These interviews will be when these people can do them, so I'm not going to give you a point in time or whenever. Just when they want to do it, if they want to do it, if they're okay with the questions that I put out there. So you guys know what I do. Good luck. Good night. God bless.